My daughter's getting the little boy ready to dance. I grew up to live the culture of four values of life: generosity, wisdom, bravery. The last one is, you could die for your people if you have to.
Nellie Tubles lived for her people.
My mom was just everything, everything to me.
She was my grandmother, but she was also like a mother. She taught me many, many valuable lessons.
July 12th, 1942, we got married.
Our grandmother, Nellie Tubles, is a living treasure of our people. Plus,
She always had words of wisdom, kind words, and a lot of words of wisdom.
I want to do everything, even be a councilwoman one time. I'm always here to tell stories, and I enjoy doing it.
Mom, this person, they said this person said this, and she said, if you believe in all that, you'll never be happy. Just forgive them. Smile at them,
Nellie knew joy and true love. She knew pain and loss. Nellie was born in the Pine Ridge area in 1926 and raised by her grandparents.
My grandma, she sing for me and tell stories at night times.
Nellie knew a higher power.
I've been guided by my Great Spirit wherever I go.
She knew the power of role models.
He said, let us put our heads together, our minds together, and see what we can do for our future generation.
She knew the importance of knowing your roots.
I'm a descendant of a man afraid of his horse, one of the first chiefs. We believe in that most of our people, that they have a vision and dream they lead by.
Following tradition, Nellie learned her life's purpose at the early age of 12.
I seen these three ladies actually one night in my home. Now each one of them carry a bundle. This bag contains songs. You'll never run out of song. And I brought you that name, Bluebird Woman. And they said, your voice will be like a bluebird, cheer the world.
Not only would this vision see the light of day, so did another.
My mother, she's a medicine woman. She said, there'll be a man coming for you that's going to be your partner.
Nellie married Matthew Tubles at age 16.
He was a very handsome guy. And he's just like a movie star to me.
We were a big family at one time, but now there's only 3 of us left.
They had 7 children. They lost 4. The Tubles spent 20 years teaching at Red Cloud Indian School, planting seeds of pride and inspiration.
I teach language, songs, dances, and arts and crafts. You have to learn to be an Indian, That's your culture and that's your identity.
They also kept cultural traditions alive with countless ceremonies.
My husband always say that it is good to honor your people while they're alive. Come and name the children. This is very important to identify your child, have an Indian name.
She had a lot of Hunka adopted sons, and daughters and relatives, and she cared for every one of them.
If you look at her, all of her Hunka children, grandchildren, they're people of all colors and all races because she loved them.
Matt and Nellie spread Lakota's song, dance, appreciation, and joy across the region. At one point, they formed a singing group with some of their children. They were married 62 years.
When my husband died, I just feel lost, like a bird that lost one wing.
But she found the strength to keep going.
I carry on the work myself. And it's hard sometimes, very hard.
Bringing their cause around the country.
I went to many places, to talk about my culture and share my culture with non-Indian people.
Nellie knew how to make an audience hang on her every word and crack up unexpectedly.
I understand a lot of things about my people. But I'm not going to talk too long because when I talk too long, my daughters always say, "Mom, don't talk too long."
She knew the power of positive thinking.
A lot of great things are planned for our Native American people, for our future generation.
And the power of now.
My husband always say, hang on to your culture. Well, it lasted because someday we're going to lose our culture, and my husband don't want that to happen. That's why we dedicate our lives to our work.
She inspired artwork, books, documentaries.
I did a documentary, Grandmother to Generations.
Museum
They
exhibits,
learn this song and they start to dance.
national newspaper articles, and celebrations.
They have a Matthew and Nellie Tubal Day in Rapid City. People come, about 4,000 people attended that.
She died at 81, but her hopes, dreams, and memories still live on in those she touched, taught, and inspired.
Well, nobody could ever fill Grandma's shoes. She was such a special, unique person, but we could take a part of that and carry on those traditions and carry on her stories and carry on the values that she taught and that she demonstrated through her whole life. And so that's why we named our little girl Nellie, is to carry that on.
I'll never forget her. She left us beautiful memories.